Today, I'd like to introduce Андрея Zolotov from Северсталь. Андрея comes all the way from a town between St. Petersburg and Moscow, and he brings a vast experience in the maintenance management area. He currently is on a management team, and he's responsible for the metrics for an organization that is about 30,000 employees and has 9,000 maintenance employees. So without any further ado, I'll turn the time over to Андрея so he can go over his company, Северсталь's journey towards reliability. Thank you.
Thank you, Randy. Здравствуйте, уважаемые коллеги. No, not good? Okay, I need to switch my language to English. So one more time, good afternoon, dear colleagues. Let me introduce myself. My name is Андрея Золотов. I work for Северсталь almost 20 years. I was a maintenance technician mechanical at the beginning of my career. I worked for procurement department, was international business project vice president of subsidiary company, was president of another subsidiary company located here in the US called Victor Industries, city of Detroit, Michigan State. Now I am senior manager of maintenance and repair department of Северсталь Russian Steel Division. This is my third Meridium conference, and I brought to you one artifact which I have kept from my first MC 2013. This is my badge, and that time I had a little red circle over here, and I felt like a victim. But I'm very glad that during 3 years we developed good relationship between Meridium and Северсталь, and I'm very proud that today we can share with you our experience to the road of reliability. Unfortunately, I'm not planning to use any sport terminology, but hope you can find something interesting, something useful for your companies during our presentation. And certainly you are most welcome to ask all your smart questions at the end of our presentation. So it's me. And a little bit about our company. Северсталь is one of the world's leading vertically integrated steel and steel-related mining companies. With approximately 50,000 employees, Северсталь has assets now in Russia, Belarus, Latvia, Poland, Italy, and Liberia. Our company is listed on the Moscow Stock Exchange with the global depository receipts being traded on the London Stock Exchange. On the left hand, you can see some financial and operational results for last year. For example, Северсталь's crude steel production in 2015 reached 11.45 million ton steel. At present, the company has two divisions, Северсталь Russian Steel and Северсталь Resources, or Северсталь Mining, if you will. On the right hand, this slide, you can see the map of Russia. To be more precise, just northwestern part of Russia, where our key iron ore, coal, and steel assets are located. Our main steelmaking entity, called Cherepove Steel Works, is located in Cherepovets, a city between Moscow and St. Petersburg. And that works as key part of our Russian Steel Division. Just over there, about 20,000 production staff, and additionally to that, about 9,000 maintenance and repair staff are employed. Hope you can feel how huge and how important this facility is for our business. We built our business based on these 5 values, which you can see here. They are safety. Safety is our #1 priority. Customer care, respect for people, teamwork, and performance and efficiency. Now let's talk about implementation of reliability approach at our company. Before 2012, we had used traditional techniques in our maintenance and repair activities. In those days, our staff seemed to carry out excessive work, and at the same time, we had quite a big number of reactive work. In 2012, we conducted reliability and maintenance maturity assessment. Of course, we did some right thing during that time, but it was more interesting, more important for us to consider some negative issues. So here you can see 9 critical elements for our company, which we formalized during the assessment. And I would say the most critical, our bad actors, if you will, were low integration between production and maintenance at field level. As many years ago, we distinguished production and maintenance people by different departments. Lack of reliability and maintainability engineering culture, and low culture of maintenance planning and scheduling. Plus, you can see here some other areas for improvement. At the same time, in 2012, we started our internal project called Organizational Efficiency in Maintenance and Repair. To do this, we had strong support from our top management, which was a very essential point. Finally, we defined 8 basic principles of reorganization in our maintenance and repair business, which you can see here. And we call them levers of efficiency. Using the levers, one can change the world or move something very heavy. As you perfectly understand, some of them, such as splitting execution, management and expert block, operational resources planning and scheduling, systemic work for improvement, equipment reliability, and resource specialization by types of maintenance work have a powerful connection with the APM approach. This slide was not created by us. It is a part of general Meridium's presentation, but we use these pictures frequently for explaining to our employees, our people, the difference between traditional maintenance and repair activities, called here maintenance management cycle, with work planning, work scheduling, work execution, work history, and APM approach, which additionally included strategy management cycle with strategy development, strategy assessment, and analysis if requested. According to this concept, and based on ideas which came from organizational efficiency project, we have made the following changes inside our maintenance and repair department. So if before transformation, a maintenance supervisor was responsible for everything, for safety and quality, for planning and scheduling, for all kinds of improvements, for personal training, and so on, then during or after transformation, we developed 3 separate verticals inside our maintenance organization. So now, for every shop, there are reliability managers who are responsible for developing new strategies, analysis, and assessment. At present, just in Cherepova Steel Works, they are about 100. Plus, there are planners or schedulers who are responsible for planning all kinds of maintenance and repair activities. 230 of those work over there. And maintenance supervisors work in Cherepova Steel Works with general responsibilities in execution, safety, and training employees. At the moment, they are about 720. Yesterday, during our general session, during first day of our conference, speakers talked a lot about how important is to change culture within the company, how important is to involve personnel from different departments into APM approach. And we totally agree with this concept. That's why we developed internally different programs as a part of our training campaign. Here you can see some examples of how it looks like. On the left hand, you can see a title for our Resident Reliability Training Program. And by this time, more than 1,700 people from different departments with different roles have been trained. In the middle, we put, as an example, one of the pages of our intranet distance learning program. More than 260 people successfully completed this course. And in April this year, we started our new module, business game simulation for supervisors. Till August, over 1,000 supervisors, both from production and maintenance departments, should go through this module. Because I am one of the speakers of this business game simulation, I brought to show you one chart which we are using during that business game. And we use that during learning process. This is an original piece of paper, looks like this. And every trainee can get, at the end of the program, this piece of paper. You probably may know it as plan, do, check, act diagram, but because we are from maintenance department, we have renamed it as maintenance management system chart. We put a lot of information over here as a reminders for our employees. So you can see in the middle of the circle, you can see key persons who are involved in this process. Reliability manager, planner or scheduler, maintenance supervisor, and production supervisor. Also, we described 6 main stages, such as asset criticality analysis, strategy development, strategy management, planning, strategy implementation or execution, and strategy assessment. In addition to that, for each stage, we put steps descriptions, result of the stage, and particular definitions or techniques which participants needed to complete every stage. Again, everyone can get this piece of paper and use that during normal life after that kind of training. Next colored slide, which looks like a Christmas tree, should be interesting for you, I hope so, because it's about different IT solutions we have to use for our maintenance activities last 16 years. During a long time, we used our internal CMMS for hierarchy of equipment, for technical documentation management, and for manual planning of spare parts and work orders. Sorry about that. Since for different areas of our business system, we had a deep implementation of SAP, we switched CMMS into SAP PM in 2011 for maintenance as well. In 2013, we started to do 4 more action in SAP PM: automatically spare parts and work orders planning, scheduling process, actual work registration, and failure registration. And because we created new business role as a reliability manager, in 2013, we started to do strategy development and asset criticality analysis, but in MS Excel only. Then later, as you can see here, for some activities, we started to use SAP Work Manager, SAP MRS. But for strategy development, asset criticality analysis, and for strategy assessment, we jumped into Meridium APM. And now we are looking for other options available at Meridium, such as reliability analysis, spare part analysis, and product loss accounting. I will show you later our roadmap for Meridium APM implementation. One of my favorite American movies is Jerry Maguire. Do you remember a very famous phrase from that movie? Show me the money, exactly. So you can tell me, hey, Andre, good presentation, nice speech, but show me the evidence, show me the money. So that's a good point. Here you are. This slide is about our actual result, which we achieved after 2 years of implementation of APM approach. So just for 2 years, from 2013 to 2015, we reduced our unscheduled maintenance delays for core equipment by 20%. I'm talking about number of cases and duration in hours. But it is double or triple more valuable for our company that as we achieved this result when reducing maintenance budget around 30% and reducing maintenance personnel around 30% as well. But that's enough about money and honey, because for me personally, more important is to learn solving the problems. But firstly, let me describe to you some specifics of Meridium implementation at Severstal. We faced the following reality of our life. First, utilization of big quantity of historical data already available in SAP, more specifically, around 1.5 million records of functional locations and unit of equipments, around 10 million records of work history, more than 300,000 task lists of repetitive operations, and over 35,000 measurement points. Second, ensuring seamless integration when transferring equipment catalog from SAP into Meridium, failures and faults from SAP into Meridium, work history from SAP into Meridium, parameter measurement control points from SAP into Meridium, and maintenance strategies from Meridium into SAP. And the last point was devising of a big number of KPIs, additionally to those available in Meridium. So next 3 slides are about project issues, about our bottlenecks, our solutions and lessons learned. While we were implemented the project, we detected the following bottlenecks. No possibility to link control points in SAP to actions in Meridium, limited functional in terms of historical data, migration such as MRO plans, flowcharts, work history, etc. Limited functional in terms of transfer of maintenance strategies developed, for example, control points, materials, advanced settings for MRO plans, and customization of our SAP. Which solution did we create? Can you imagine that 25 new functional models have been developed for data transfer between SAP and Meridium, and 2 of them due to customization? Also, interface has been developed for linking control points to actions. And interface has been developed for historical data migration. Here you can see our lessons which we learned during the project implementation. First, when selected IT product, utmost attention to be given to the technical possibilities of information systems integration. Second, software customization to be minimized. Third, appropriate constant training of project team and administrators to be performed. And the last point, software settings and developments to be documented. And I need to add here that still we are in the process of learning. This slide shows our roadmap of Meridium implementation at Severstal, which we developed together with the Meridium team and together with the Russian partner of Meridium company called Maintex. By today, we completed the following stages: analysis of current condition of maintenance system, solution design, module and integration testing, training of 390 users and administrators, installation of software package to the users' personal computers, functional testing of 6 pilot machines, and criticality analysis of 17,000 machines with the distribution by risk levels in Meridium. When implementing the further steps, we are looking for ranking of the equipment by risk areas and revision of maintenance strategies on the basis of different tools, which you can see here in Meridium APM, reliability analysis and spare parts analysis, and product loss accounting. Дорогие друзья, большое спасибо за внимание. Oh, sorry. Dear friends, thanks a lot for your attention. Our presentation is over. Certainly, we are still at the beginning of our road to reliability. But in any case, I hope you have just seen something useful for your businesses. Once again, thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. Danke schön. Muchas gracias. I think now it's time for open session for your questions and our answers.
Thank you, Andre. Let's give him a round of applause.
Thank you very much.
And
Thank you.
appreciate all of the different languages you spoke there at the end, but you missed the Texas version of thank y'all.
Thank you all.
Very good.
Thank you all.
So with that, there was a question or two that came into the app. Does anyone have any questions for Andre? Yes. Let me, microphone.
And by the way, I'm here with my colleague from Severstal, Konstantin Gondolev. Maybe he will help me to answer your questions.
So I just wanted to ask, at the very beginning of this journey, at some point, you had to get operations to buy into the maintenance and operations work process to integrate those two departments together. So how were you able to get the operations team to buy in on that?
Константин, ответишь?
Do I need
Konstantin can help me to answer the question. Could you repeat the question, please? Colleagues.
So at the very beginning, one of your slides, you showed the need to integrate maintenance and operations processes, because in the field there wasn't good communication between the two. So when equipment fails, how do you communicate with maintenance? So in doing that, you have to ask operations people to do something different, part of that process. So how are you able to convince operations to work with maintenance?
Okay, I got a question. I tried to answer you. If not, Konstantin will help me. So that's true. Because we divided maintenance and production by different departments, we got some problems. But again, now we're trying to learn people, to teach people from different areas, different departments. And for example, that business game simulation, not just for maintenance people, but for production people as well. So around 50 people, I would say 50 to 50, stay together in one room, and we provide to them different goals and why they should go together. So it's better to understand people where they're sitting all together, first one. And the second point, which I think help us a lot, that we are trying to implement the same KPI metrics for different departments. So if yesterday maintenance and production had absolutely different goals to complete, so now we start to agree people should sit together, and at the end of the year they must achieve some goals which business requested, but together again, like FTT or OTIF or some quality, time of delivery, and so on, so on. So now we're trying not just looking for stupid maintenance delays and stupid production delays. So we are trying to look at availability as total. And next step, we are trying to calculate OEE, which is included quality and lost speed of production. So, and those parts, again, not just for the production, but for maintenance as well. So everybody should be on the same page. So is it clear?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for your question.
Do we have other questions from the audience?
I appreciate your good success. So I have a question for you. You conducted the gap analysis 2012. What is the trigger of the gap assessment conducted? compare with other competitors, company or global data?
Yeah, I got your question. First of all, we did that kind of assessment internally, first of all, and we just try to measure efficiency of different procedures. But of course, because Severstal is a member of World Steel Association, WSA, we had good connections with the colleagues across the globe. And exactly that time, 2012, 2013, we had a good communications with the people from steel makers around the globe. And by the way, that time we had assets here in the US, works called Severstal Dearborn, Severstal Columbus, Severstal Ohio. So we had some knowledge from US. We visited Blue Scope Steel in Australia. We visited POSCO in Republic of Korea. So we had good connections, and usually people quite open. If we are talking about reliability approach, about APM approach, people don't afraid to share information. Because we are not asking about some know-how, some secrets, some financial results. So.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. A lot of questions, huh?
Hi. I have to say your financial performance that you put up on your first slide there was truly astonishing. 6.4 billion revenues and 30% profit margin on that, your EBITDA 2.1 billion. How important is APM in driving that kind of performance and sustaining that kind of performance?
That's a good question. Thank you for that. It's important. Short question, it's important. It's 100% important. Why? Because our management, they are trying to use philosophy and to talk with people, employees of Severstal, that this kind of results, which we achieved already, we can lose tomorrow for some reason. Economy and how yesterday? Crafty economy. Yesterday people talk about that. So crafty economy and so on. So we can lose that. So we can't stop. And for us, speaking about KPIs, we have 3 different zones of KPIs. So first one is our results. Second one is our efficiency. And the third one is our projects. So for us, reliability project, it's a good project to change the culture, to change the mentality, to bring people together, work on the same KPIs, the same parameters, and so on. So that is important, and we are lucky that we got strong support, as I told you before, strong support from our top management team to do this, to start to do this. We've got the money to buy Meridium APM. So it shows us that we believe you, so you can do this. And we can see the positive sign using that. Again, we are just at the beginning. We still have a lot of questions. We still ask people like Daniel, and we've got a meeting with Paul Castor, like explain us this, show us that, and so on. But we can't live without APM.
That's great. That's really impressive. Thank you.
Thank you for your question.
So that's a few questions from this side of the room. How about over here? Any questions? There was one. Oh, here you go.
So to your 6-stage model, your chart, how did the staff respond when you told them you were going to train them, and then after, before, after? Were they excited? Did they turn into believers?
Good question. In our case, I would say that we split it, all personnel, for 3 about the same percentage. So about 35% people believes for that. About 30, that is absolutely bullshit, I can't do this. And the third part, about the same 30 to 35%, they're between. So, and for us it was quite tough to explain for our employees that, for example, yesterday I was supervisor maintenance, right? Now I'm a planner. Who am I? What am I supposed to do? I'm just a little small planner without power, without budget, without people, without money. So nobody respects me. So I'm upset about that position. But not. We explain to people that all together we are, I mean, maintenance manager, supervisor, reliability manager, supervisor, and planner. They're on the same level, and they have maintenance area manager who are responsible for all kind of connections, all kind of communication between all of them. And another thing which we described already, that we are trying to build better organization inside the maintenance, but another problem is production people, operational people. So that's why we are trying to move together and try to set up the same KPIs, the same philosophy. That I like yesterday's message from one of the speakers that reliability is not for the machines. Reliability is for the people. So, and when I am doing my business game simulation as a speaker, I'm trying to provide idea like this, that reliability is not just for reliability managers. Even better, reliability is not for the maintenance organization. Reliability is a good, is a right way for the whole business. Okay?
Thank you. There is there's a question on the app.
On the app.
Related
Wow.
to maintenance codes. Do the maintenance technicians enter failure or repair codes at the completion of a work order? And if so, what is the quality of that data and the benefit?
Can you repeat the question about?
When a technician completes a work order to repair a pump, say, for example, is there a failure or a damage code that is entered into SAP?
Code. Есть ли какой-то код у нас? Я просто не... Yes, yes, yes. We have some code which we describe what exactly, what failure, what is the problems, what the cause for us. So we put special code in the SAP. Yes, but we are using some mobile devices to do some kind of routine inspection. And of course, I would say that mostly people from maintenance are involved in that routine inspection. But we are trying to give this mobile device to our production people as well, to involve them in some kind of, such, not execution, but looking for something, hearing, touching. So the production people should put that information in mobile device, and then we transfer that information between Meridium and SAP, so back and forth. So.
Okay, thank you. I believe we have a signal for the time. So let's thank Andrei again for his presentation.
Thank you very much. Thank you.